Bamboo, the ultimate tropical illusion in a cold climate garden. Fast, lush, and beautiful, and also one of the most controversial plants I grow. Today, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly of bamboo in my New York garden. Hi everyone, it's Tim. Welcome back to my channel. This is the midweek version, so it's short and sweet. And today we're talking about bamboo. I've kind of been avoiding this one just because I know all of you have seen my bamboo. A lot of you have questioned what's going on with my bamboo. And the answer is I don't have full control over it. In fact, it probably has control over me, and the sun is going to come out here and I'm going to be like flooded with light, so I'm going to be squinting the rest of this. But yes, my bamboo. I have running bamboo, which is the problem bamboo, and I have clumping bamboo, which stays somewhat in place, but it still can get really big and you need to make accommodations for that. And we're going to look at both today and kind of look at my issues with bamboo. And I have to say, I love bamboo. Just so all of you know, it's right behind me here. I think it's beautiful. I think it gives such a tropical look. You just need to be careful with it. Let me even come closer to the camera. You just need to be careful with it because it will own you. And I will say right now, I think the bamboo is owning me. Even though I like it, It definitely owns me right now. And one day I'm really going to pay the price, and I haven't paid it per se yet, but it's a bit of a problem. Let's look at it. Let's check my bamboo out. Almost all of my running bamboo is Phyllostochys, some form of vivax. There's probably some variations because I bought different kinds, and of course I've tried to go through the invoices and I can't find it, but I do love how this looks by the pool here, and it definitely gives me some nice privacy around the pool, actually on both sides. This right here kind of blocks the neighbors out, and then coming down the path to the pool from the house, the bamboo definitely does. I started most of the bamboo on the hill by the caboose in 2015. I think I planted like 3 or 4 plants, and then I had some landscape people come and they mowed it down, and and see how thick it is? It's gotten so thick. But right on this hill here, it literally started with 3 plants, then I put 6 plants, and that has just turned into a forest over here. And I got this online from a company called Bamboo Garden out of, I believe, Oregon. And I think it looks amazing. And this was an ugly, ugly hill here that was eroding a bit. And now it's these big, beautiful bamboo canes. I just have to be careful about it because it keeps wanting to come into this part of the garden where my Chilean wine palm is. It has come into the grass a little bit, little tiny bits of it, and even though it looks so stately there. And then I have it over here. This is the path going down to the pool where I wanted privacy as well, because if you were driving down the drive, you could actually see into the pool, and I didn't want that. And this is some of my clumping bamboo, and I wish I knew the variety, but I bought this at a local store called Adams, and this was a tiny little shrub, and this down here was a tiny little shrub, and it has just gotten to be big, and I have cut this way back to keep a tunnel going through here. But this is the clumping bamboo. It does get big. This is definitely, and right here I cut a little path through just yesterday to get through to that part of the garden. So it does grow, and they're kind of hard to separate. And this is the non-clumping, this is the running bamboo on the side over here going down to the pool among my musabastu. But yes, it does give me great privacy. It does give me that tropical look. But as you will see here around the pool, I've got little baby pieces of it coming up. And what I've done is so far I have applied weed killer to keep it out. And sometimes because this is just brick from the 70s, from 1970, I will lift the brick and dig it out. But yes, not ideal. And if I could go back in time, I would probably not put it by the pool right here, or I would put barriers in. And this kind of shows you what it looks like underground when you dig this up. This is dried out, but that's what it looks like. And even along here, the bamboo has come into the grass. But luckily, when you mow the lawn along here, it really keeps the bamboo from coming up, which is fantastic. But I still worry a little bit about it. I would love to put a hot tub over here where this bamboo is. So eventually I want to take this bamboo out. Let's talk about the good first. It's the fastest growing plant in the world. Some species can grow up to 3 feet a day when there's perfect conditions. Mine are not like that. You get an instant privacy screen. Obviously, I've been showing you around the pool, which I love. It creates that lush tropical vibe that I crave, and that's one of the reasons I really love it. And it's evergreen in most climates. So it is the one plant that is green all year long around me. And it's also a great windbreak, which is helping some of my other tropicals that are outside. The bad is definitely the fact that the runners will appear everywhere, and you need to be on top of that constantly. And cutting them down sometimes encourages more growth. That's definitely the bad part of it. But if you look up in here, because I have black walnut trees above, they don't grow as well in my front yard because of the black walnuts. The black walnuts put something in the soil that the bamboo do not like, and I've tried putting them even along in here, and just a few come up. So sometimes you think they will take off, and they don't. But here around, this is my bathroom window looking out. I do love that I get green all year long here, so that's a bit of a positive thing, even though we're talking about the bad part of bamboo at the moment. If you look back at my old videos in this section right through the gate to the backyard, I used to have all my clumping bamboo here, or a lot of it, and it grew so much, even though it's just clumping, that it was a little overwhelming, and I couldn't see my Robellini palm when you walked in, and I wanted to be able to see that. It was actually encroaching on the Robellini, and so I took it out this spring and moved it onto my hill after chopping it down, and now I have a really pretty area there. And here is my unknown black bamboo. It came from a company that just kind of threw it into a shipment when I ordered something else. But I love it. It is really pretty. It hasn't really spread that much. It's in with all the other bamboo, but it's such a novelty, and it wasn't supposed to grow here, but it did, and I'm happy about that. Here you can see it's coming up in my banana bed, and it is illegal in New York. It's illegal in that you cannot buy running bamboo. You can have running bamboo, but because it's invasive, you cannot buy it in a garden shop or anywhere. You can buy clumping, and that's what's available in the stores here because they're trying to discourage people from letting it get out of control. And of course, all of you are wondering, what is the rating I'm going to give this? I'm going to do this in 2 parts. I'm going to do clumping bamboo first, and I'm going to give clumping bamboo an 8. It's pretty easy. It does spread. You just need to keep that in mind. It just doesn't give you the full-on tropical feel. It's kind of like a very tropical grass, ornamental grass. That's how I would describe it. I like it. I don't love it. It's not exactly that feel that I want. So an 8. I don't think you'll have much problems with it. It's just kind of hard to move, and when it does spread and you need to get rid of it, it's just, ornamental grasses are hard to dig up and move. This is even harder. It's a bit of work, but it can be done. It's not impossible. And for the running bamboo, okay, I'm gonna give it a 5. I feel bad about that. It's just, I love it so much. I think if you can keep it in a container, or if you actually buy the barriers and use that, you will be very happy with the results. I think that if you do what I do, which is a little bit crazy and it could overtake it at some point, I don't think it's a good idea. If I could go back in time, I would not do it everywhere I've done, but I still would do it. I just wouldn't do it around the pool. That part is a little concerning to me. And I would probably invest in the barriers and do that just to feel secure. But I'm not so worried about it on the hill over here. I'm not so worried about it in some places. I do not like it around the pool. So you've got to keep that in mind. If you're going to get bamboo and you're not going to contain it in that way, you're going to have to dig trenches. You're going to have to do things. There's barriers you can buy. You can dig trenches where you cut off the rhizomes, or what's going underneath the soil, which is almost like a full-on bamboo going underneath the soil. They're not just roots. You have to cut through them, and that's what is hard. But some people will actually dig that trench around their bamboo in the spring, and then they will do it in the fall, and that really does stop it. That is a great way to do it. I've done that somewhat, not fully, so yes, I am guilty. I feel like that's why I've hesitated doing this video, because it's just not the best plant, even though it is beautiful, and that's why I give it this rating. Okay, I just watched this video all the way through, and I realized I was being way too soft about bamboo. You really need a barrier with running bamboo. If you're not going to keep it in a planter, or unless you have a field and acreage, you need a barrier. Now, I want to point out a couple things. I have acreage. My neighbors are not right next door. So yes, I still have a problem, but it's not a gigantic problem yet. But for normal, everyday, let's buy bamboo, you need a barrier. You need to get one of these barriers that you can buy online. You need to find out, there's all different strengths depending on the kind of bamboo and also where you live. I was doing some research. And this needs to go in the ground around your bamboo. And if you do it right from the start when you're buying the bamboo, you will not have problems later like I have. In fact, I probably am going to retrofit a bamboo barrier around my bamboo. I just need to do it. And that is much harder than had I done it right from the start, because I thought, I'm Tim, I can do anything. And that is, I am not superhuman. And sometimes I think I am. And I just should have done that right from the start. So I can't emphasize enough. Please get a barrier if you're going to have running bamboo. Running bamboo is great, it's beautiful, it's tropical, but rein it in and you will be fine. I can't say that enough. If you are a new gardener and if you've never had bamboo, please get a barrier for it. It's worth the investment. It's worth doing now rather than trying to do what I'm going to do, which is install a bamboo barrier after the fact. Just want to say that one more time. Please do it. I was just watching Rich in the UK, and he oddly had a bamboo video just come out too, and he's having bamboo problems as well, and I feel for him, and luckily he's getting it under control right now, and you check out his videos. But yes, all of us who have not heeded to the warning are suffering in various ways with the bamboo, and so that's why I'm recommending get a barrier. If you get a barrier, you are safe and you will be happy with your tropical bamboo. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It was fun to make, even though I'm revealing how I have not been so good with bamboo. It's something to consider, but if you have questions, please let me know. Please comment. I would love to hear how you're keeping your bamboo in control if you have it. There's still some variety of bamboo I would love to have, and I like experimenting with it, and we will see. But yes, I have some work to do this fall. I have a lot of work to do this fall, actually. This Saturday, I have a new video coming out, so if you don't know my schedule, Wednesday's my short video, Saturday's my longer video. And there'll be more of my little soap opera that I was doing last week. I'm hoping to have it this week. I haven't filmed it yet. I've got work to do on that too. It's a busy week in the garden, and it's August, the end of August. Who would have thought? It's just scary. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.